An audit reveals millions of questionable costs within an Oklahoma state agency. Oklahoma City Apple Store workers have been awarded a settlement. And the OKC Thunder are back in action tonight. This is the KGOU AM News Brief for Wednesday, April 24th. I'm Nick Daniels. A newly released audit found up to $100 million of questionable costs passing through the Oklahoma Office of Management and Enterprise Services, also known as OMES. The findings have Attorney General Gentner Drummond investigating a state official and calling for her resignation. Details from OPMX's Grayson Wheeler.
State Auditor Cindy Bird's new report says Oklahoma is becoming a, quote, no-bid state, thanks to mismanagement at OMES that started in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Bird finds the agency created a new set of rules for vendor contracts that bypass the competitive bidding process. Other issues include exorbitant management fees for the distribution of rental assistance and a cushy contract for the husband of an agency leader. That contract was approved by Shelley Zumwalt, then OMES director and current Department of Tourism head, and it's the reason Drummond is calling for her resignation. The AG says this self-dealing represents a, quote, unforgivable breach of trust that disqualifies Ms. Zumwalt from overseeing the expenditure of our tax dollars. I'm Grayson Wheeler.
And Zumwalt released a statement to several media outlets saying she does not plan to resign and disputes the audit's findings. Since forming a union in 2022, workers at the Penn Square Mall Apple Store in Oklahoma City say they've made little progress in bargaining with the tech giant. But now our own Hannah France reports they've been awarded a settlement over an unfair labor practice charge filed last year.
The National Labor Relations Board approved a settlement agreement for an unfair labor practice charge regarding Apple's termination of its paid COVID-19 sick leave policy without negotiating with the union. As a result, workers sick with COVID-19 suddenly had to take vacation or sick days or take days off with no pay. As part of the settlement, Apple has agreed to credit the workers with the time they took off for COVID-19 from when they changed the policy in August until now. Michael Forsyth, a member of the Penn Square Apple Store Bargaining Committee, says that adds up to over 700 hours across 28 current employees and one former employee. This comes as workers have been attempting to negotiate a contract with Apple for over a year, but they say the company has not agreed to meet with them for more than 2 days a month and has not responded promptly to their proposals. I'm Hannah France.
Cities in Oklahoma will soon be able to remove illegal discriminatory covenants within their charters. OPMX's Anna Pope reports.
These covenants were placed in property records to prevent people who were not white from buying or occupying land across the state. Although the agreements were largely used to bar black people, they frequently targeted other racial and ethnic groups too. They have been unenforceable and illegal for decades, but the racist and discriminatory language remains on the books across the country. The measure streamlines the process for municipalities to update and remove the language from covenants on plats. Republican Representative John Pfeiffer of Orlando co-authored the legislation.
No county records are destroyed or anything like that. It's just a way to update some, again, very outdated, in a lot of cases, very racist language that isn't enforceable anyways.
The law requires the city or town to notify property owners in advance of the changes. I'm Anna Pope.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are back in action tonight in the second game of their opening playoff series with the New Orleans Pelicans. OPMX's Ryan LaCroix reports.
The Thunder won the first game Sunday evening by a score of 94-92. Coach of the Year finalist Mark Daignault says the low-score nature of that game was a testament to OKC's defense, but they're still looking to improve.
The rebounding is a key. They had 24 second chance points, and they're probably going to shoot better on some of those cleaner ones that they're getting just based on how we're playing them. And so we've got to clean up the glass, and take some of those points away.
Game 2 against the Pelicans tips off at the Paycom Center at 8:30 tonight on TNT. In Oklahoma City, I'm Ryan LaCroix.
You'll find more news at our website, kgou.org, and on the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
At a time when information continues to come at us faster and faster, sometimes you need to hit pause and rewind. NPR's Throughline takes you back in time to the source of the news stories filling your feed. Find NPR's Throughline wherever you get your podcasts.